Forever Lost. The magic numbers, and the magic number is 104.9.
Oh.
XFM. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me, Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington. Right, 2 more shows. Till we're off air for, I don't know how long.
Is that 2 more including this one?
Yeah, no.
2 more after
yeah, no, it's like, this is one, and then there's another one.
Right, 2
and
more
that's
shows.
the last one, there's 2 more shows, yeah.
Including this one?
We're starting now. If I'd have said this at the end, it might have been ambiguous, but I've said it at the beginning, there's 2 hours, that's a whole show,
right.
So there's 2 more shows.
2 more shows including this one?
Yes,
okay.
well, obviously.
So 1 more show after
It's only 1:05.
After this show, 1 more.
Yeah, one more, yeah.
Next week there's 1 more show, that makes 2 altogether.
Oh, no, it's only 1 more show. Good night.
Okay.
Now, it better be a good one, Karl. Have we got, Rockbusters?
Yeah.
To win those prizes? Check. Have we got Monkey News?
Check.
Is it a real Monkey News, or is it something that's slightly made up that you... What?
Always is. We should check.
Okay, Knob News?
Here we've got a bit of knob news, yeah.
I'm worried that knob news, because it's only about penises, is a little bit sexist. Have we got any fanny facts? Can we sort that out for next week? I don't want to alienate our female audience.
Welcome to Minge London. Good, I'm glad that's that. Well, brilliant. We got a song with a story?
Yeah, doing that.
What is it?
I don't want to sort of tell you what it is yet, because the song isn't that great, do you know what I mean? It's not a song that's like an XFM song, but every time I hear it on, say, like, Magic or whatever,
yeah,
I have an argument.
105.4.
Yeah, I have an argument with Suzanne that, you know, what I think it's about, and she says, don't be stupid, it's not about that, and I'll say, no, it is.
And so we're gonna decide who's right.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what song you're talking about, and I don't know what the argument is, but Suzanne's right.
Definitely.
No doubt about it.
Yeah. We'll have a listen, but I'm hoping that once people sort of listen to it again with my thoughts every time
well, this song sums up what people should think of you. It's don't believe a word. Alright? That's the sort of links I'm capable of.
If that doesn't bag us for Sony, then nothing.
Then Lizzie, don't believe a word on XFM 104.9. I'm gonna miss this show. It's been good.
You won't be the only one.
No, well, you know, so we'll come back again. Yeah, we've got a lot to do over the next few months, but maybe for Christmas or just after. But I still call Karl every day anyway.
Oh, sure.
See, I called him, a couple of days ago.
Of course you did.
And I went, it was the weekend, I went, what are you doing? He went, oh, just in Regent's Park and that. I went, what are you doing? He said, just going for, he went, oh, Jesus. I went, what? He went, a caterpillar just fell out of the sky. I went, what? He went, a caterpillar just fell out of the sky. God, it's there, it's wriggling around. I went, sure a bird didn't just drop it. He looked at it and went, oh yeah. Of
course he did.
Yeah.
For a moment he thought caterpillars were raining from the sky.
I thought I was in Chicken Licking.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Why did you think a caterpillar had fallen out of the sky?
I don't know, it just startled me a bit.
I love Karl being startled.
I like the idea of him straight on the phone to Trevor McDonald. Look, Trevor, there's caterpillars, insects falling out of the sky. They're falling out of the sky now. Put it on the news, quick. You sure there wasn't a bird? Oh, there was a bird. Yeah, sorry, Trev. Bye.
But it was weird, after, like, I hung up the phone and that from you, I sort of, sat there for a bit watching it.
I imagine him cross-legged, just in front of it.
But do you know what? Because of his shape, the shape of his head, and his sort of IQ, I bet the caterpillar was thinking, Mama.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. Go on.
It was sort of running about all over the place, right, Steve? So the caterpillars have loads of feet and that, don't they?
Wow! Well, they have 6 legs. They're actually larvae of an insect, so they have 6 legs. But they have little sucker things to hold on to the cabbages and that.
No, they've got more than that.
They've got, I'll tell you, they've got 6 true legs. Trust me. Trust me, I'm a scientist.
And you were thinking what, Karl?
Well,
but they've got little pods, they've got little, pseudo pod legs and little suckers, yeah.
But it was running about, like, everywhere, right, mental, but sort of running off to the left, and then it sort of went back to where it was, then back, you know, went right and what have you, and I'm just thinking, whoever gave them the legs, right, what's the point if they don't know where they're going and that? Do you know what I mean? If you can get about—
Imagine that sentence. Did you hear that sentence? Can we play that sentence back?
No, I don't think we can.
Imagine who gave them that legs.
Whoever gave them legs, what's the point if they don't know where they're going and that?
And that. Always and that.
And that, but maybe you just, to be fair to the caterpillar, with all its legs, okay, and you know where it was going, it had just been plucked from its house by a bird, shot up into the sky, and then dropped from 80 feet. hitting the ground.
Onto the head of a weird, bold-shaved monkey.
It was probably concussed.
Yeah, it's one of them things again, though.
But it still knew more about the world than you. How does that make you feel?
I just think it's a waste of time having all them feet. It's the same thing with the,
Now it's got feet now!
It has a nightmare buying shoes, doesn't it, Carl?
all the, what was it you were saying about leeches and that? Because we were talking about insects.
Well, they're not
It's just all
insects.
these-
They're not insects.
What are they?
Well, I think they're probably, probably platyhelminths. Probably sort of like a flatworm type thing.
That's what you were thinking, wasn't it, Carl?
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I don't know what the phylum is, but they'd be,
What was the leech, what was the interesting
Well,
leech
there's an experiment, where you get a maze for a leech, and there's a bit of blood thing, and it eventually finds its way to the blood, okay, and then it knows.
Okay.
And if you put it back to where it starts, it knows where it goes straight towards it, because it's learnt it. If you liquidize that leech,
Right.
and feed it to some leeches who have never done the maze, because of a thing called chemical memory, they find their way straight to the blood.
That is extraordinary.
It's extraordinary.
Yeah.
I mean, it's incredible.
We should try that at Hampton Court one weekend. but maybe with some tourists. We'll just blend up some tourists.
Or the people on them, I'll tell you who would do it, those people who go on, Celebrity Love Island.
Any of them.
They will do anything to get they will be liquidized. People have enemas, they will do they wank off pigs, they will do anything to get on telly. What about that? Be liquidized and fed to another, get one D-celebrity slapper, liquidize her and feed her to another slut.
So we
and
blend
see
up
if she
Happy
can find her way, and see if she can find her way to Channel 5.
Yeah.
What a brilliant show, hosted by Jimmy Carr.
Of course.
That'd be amazing.
The Kinks, Better Things on XFM 104.9, Steve Merchant, Ricky Gervais, Karl Pilkington.
But do you know this, we were talking about the leech thing.
Sure.
Right. You're saying put them in a blender.
I'm not saying that.
Well, someone did.
Yeah.
Why were they doing that in the first place? Do you know what I mean? How did they find out that if you put leeches in a blender?
I don't know, they probably kept
them to
notes,
another-
I don't know.
No, but what made them, were they just having a laugh? What made them go,
Was it a party? It was a
It was
couple,
like,
a couple of 40-year-olds, they were at a party.
it was a couple of research scientists, they'd been given £1 million, and the boss was coming around to say what you're doing, and they were just making a smoothie, and they went, quick! Mr. Yakamoto's come round, throw in some leeches! What are you doing? Just leeching.
Just feeding these leeches to some other leeches. Alright, well that looks like science, I'm off.
well, that's what they
Here's another £1 million for next year, bye!
Yeah.
That's how they work, though, isn't it? A lot
Yeah,
of these
that's
scientists.
exactly how they
No,
work,
I'm
that's
just
it.
saying they're getting away with murder.
Go on.
Well, just the way they do sort of spend.
And you can't say anything in front of him, because everything's got a point with him. You can't have a conversation with Carl, because he always sort of puts in a curveball. You tell him something, and the question comes back that you never could have expected. When I told him that story about the monkey who'd run away because he had an argument with his father, he said, what was it about? Now, no one in the world thinks that. No one in the world would ask that question.
The leech thing. Do you know how you said, show the leech the way to its better food, whatever it's eating or whatever, in the maze, right?
Yeah.
It makes its way,
Yeah.
right? It eats the cheese or whatever. Right? Blood, right? And then you give it,
Everything's a cartoon with Carl as well, isn't it? Everything is a cartoon.
It's a leech with a little hat and a little baby bell at one end.
But what happens if you got another one and move the bit of blood, right? So, feed those two leeches to one, then is it going to get confused, or... Do you know what I mean? Which way will it go if it's eaten two leeches that have done two different ways?
Yeah.
Is it sort of stressed out?
I don't know. It probably knows both routes. It probably goes, well, there's one over here. Oh, there's one over here as well. I'm happy. I've had two for the price of one.
Right,
and I'm full of leeches.
Then what's the best that can happen for like...
What are you talking about? What do you want out of me?
Because I'm just saying if by doing that they can go, right, we can do this, we're humans.
Oh, what do you mean? What do you mean in the name of Christ? What do you mean?
All I'm saying is, what's the point in doing it?
What do you mean?
If you could do it with humans, I'd say...
But what, right, Carl, think about what you're saying, man.
Yeah, I'm saying...
If you could do it with humans, do what with humans?
Say if Einstein, right, didn't do all that maths that he did, right? Say if he got to E equals, and then he died. Squash his brain, give it to someone else, say, right, eat that. And they go, right, it's E equals MC squared, isn't it? What I'm saying is...
But they wouldn't. They'd go E equals... Oh. Wouldn't they? If it was chemical memory, they'd go, oh, E equals... Oh, yeah, same as Einstein said. Yeah, I just ate his brain. What am I saying? What have you made? Carl, think what you're saying. It's unbelievable. The thing is, right, you are what a scientist does. You just keep saying why, and what, and why, and what. But nothing's ever enough for you. Which is good. It's nice to have an insatiable...
I get annoyed with all the amount of time and effort that's put into stuff that's useless. What's the next stage to squashing that leech? If it's not going anywhere, forget it, work on something else. It's the same way in some science magazine I was reading about, is there anything smaller than a quantum electron or something?
Yeah.
It's like, if it's not getting in the way, don't worry about it.
Carl's been on holiday again, hasn't he?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, because Carl, you don't do anything.
And you have weekends off. You take at least 5 or 6 weeks holiday a year, even though you haven't got a job now. You're meant to be doing this, and yet you still
So
go
your
on
whole
holiday.
life's a holiday, basically.
Yeah, why do you need a holiday to you potter around? Your big day last week was going to the cobblers. So why do you need a break so much this week?
It's just that, you know, it's good for your brain and that, isn't it? It opens it up a bit.
You are not evidence for that.
Where did you go
Gran Canaria.
for a week?
Yeah.
Just sitting around.
Well, there isn't much else to do at Gran Canaria. I mean, I don't want to go slagging a place off because every time I seem to talk about somewhere, get into trouble for it.
Right.
But it's just like a big rock. It's
Brilliant.
just volcanic, innit?
And you must have looked like a little barnacle on that.
Have you been there before?
Been near it before to another rock, which was just.
But
it was
why
the
you
same
had your
sort of
fingers
thing.
burned? Why did you go back?
Because you think, well, they can't have loads of these islands that are the same, like just a big rock with hotels on. They can't get away with it. So you think,
And they
well, the
obviously
next
are
one.
getting away with it. But why do you keep going to these places that are rocks? Why don't you investigate first? Ask your travel agent, is this a giant rock?
Because that's what you do, innit? You go and find out yourself. I mean, when Armstrong went to the moon, what was he expecting up there? That's a fact. That's a big rock, and he still went all that way.
I don't know what that point was.
No,
Fair enough.
so what I'm saying is, though,
What do you make of this place? You enjoy it, Gran Canaria? It was just a big rock, but did you
I bet the moon was better.
Really?
What did you do?
It was just one of them. It was big hotel, like big, massive places where there's loads of people, and you know you go for your dinner.
That describes a hotel.
Yeah.
No,
Sounds like
no.
it to me.
You've nailed that.
I've been to a few, that sounds like it.
No, but do you know what I mean? Though there's the nice small ones where it's just enough people, but this is like mental, and it was all, it was full of old people really. I mean that's probably why it's called Gran Canaria, right? Because it's just old
Grannies
people.
everywhere.
Yeah, right. But what I thought I'd start doing is start a diary.
Okay, why?
Just because I sort of had a bit of time on my hands and that. Just thought, write it down, write stuff down.
And do you hope that this one day will become one of the great literary documents like Samuel Pepys' diary?
I haven't heard of that. Is it any good?
You've never heard of Samuel Pepys' diary?
No,
The most famous diary other than probably Anne Frank's.
I've heard of Anne Frank's and that, and I thought if she's sat in a loft, knocking stuff up, not much going on in her life at that point, yet she
Sure.
was still writing it down.
Yeah, whereas
Thought,
you've
well,
been
I'm
to
on
Gran
holiday.
Canaria, yeah.
I thought, so there is stuff going on that I can chat about. Start a diary.
Sure.
You started a diary.
Yeah.
And what are you going to do? Did you keep it up every day?
Yeah, just,
Oh, can I read it, please?
well, a diary is meant to be sort of...
Please, can I read some out on this podcast? Carl.
Some of it, though, is only relevant to me. It's sort of...
Oh, this is... Please, give me it. Oh, my God.
I mean, this isn't... I haven't just...
How big it is!
It's one of those desk diaries.
It's huge. It's about a foot long, and it's oh, that is amazing. Imagine if Anne Franks had been like that. As she got out, right, everyone would have heard it clank down on the desk.
Yeah, but my writing's quite big, isn't it?
Oh, look, give us that.
Do you
Give us
know?
that.
Do you know about joined up writing? Have you
This
heard about
is
that?
There's no point.
Amazing.
Sometimes you can't read it, can you? So it's
Right,
best
okay.
to look at ancient
look,
times.
oh my God, it starts on the first day. This is wonderful. Going on holiday to Gran Canaria today. Woke up to the news that Tony Banks had died. There was a piece on the news about how everyone was shocked. Got me thinking about an invention that would be good. Right, a watch that counted down your life. If it says you've got 3 days left, go to the doctors. Told Suzanne about invention. She said she wouldn't buy one. but she said that about the iPod.
How would this device work? This watch. I mean, how would you know when you were about to die? Is that a concern? Again, not for you to worry about, presumably the boffins and stuff.
No, all I was thinking is that Tony Banks fella, you know, he died and everyone was shocked about it. But if you had like a little watch on,
But how does it work? You can't just say, wouldn't it be good? How would this work? Yeah, I imagine you're in the patent office going, got an idea. They go, oh, certainly, Mr. Pilkington, what's your idea? Watch that counting down your life. Oh, how does that work? What?
just wear it, just pop it on your wrist.
No, what do you mean, just pop it on your wrist? How does it work? Just pop it on your wrist. Brilliant. You're an idiot.
Well, it's interesting that he goes on. The flight to Gran Canaria was a bit bumpy. I thought about the clock that counts down your life again, and I wondered if it would know if you were going to die in a disaster. No, he's querying his own design.
He's wondering if it would know. He's invented this.
And now he's not even sure. A fella on the plane was reading Koi Mag. It was a fishing magazine. I glanced over and noticed he was reading the Pond of the Month article. Don't think they could make it into a weekly magazine. Well, to be fair to you, because I remember seeing a guy on the train once reading Carp Monthly, a magazine dedicated entirely to carp, and it had Carp of the Month. And I just thought, you know, once you're like 3 months in, the editor must be stressing, have we got any more carp? We got a carp that's actually done anything?
I reckon if they used the same one twice, there wouldn't be many complaints.
No one would be noticing.
No, that's the carp they used 2 years ago.
There was a really fat bloke on the plane. He was playing on his PSP. While I waited to go to the toilet, I looked at what game he was playing. It was darts. He's that fat and lazy, you can't even face playing a more active game on a games console. Me and Suzanne got off the coach along with a couple of old people. One of them was in a wheelchair. I don't think it was wise of them to come to a volcanic island with a wheelchair. Everywhere's pretty rough paving and slopey. Guess I'll keep an eye on it as the weeks go on. Day 2 in Gran Canaria.
Brilliant, we're only at day 2.
The hotel's a bit odd. I've never seen as many cross-eyed people in one location.
That's enough, isn't it?
That's amazing!
Well, you may as well let me read on a bit more.
No, this is amazing.
Well, come back to
This
it
is a
later
brilliant diary. This might be the best diary ever written. Oh.
While sat listening to the Kinks on my iPod, I wondered if everybody thinks in their accent. I know I do. What's this? What are you talking about?
Just that, you know, when I've been sat there lying on the lounger, right, and I was thinking about stuff.
How do you know you think in your accent? Tell me a typical thought.
Because what I mean is, say if I was like, if I saw something, right, do you know how I say, like, oh, that's a bit weird, isn't it?
No, but
that was
I don't
being
have
said.
to. But when you think, I don't think the sentence is like I'm saying it. It's just a thought. The thought appears. It's conceptual and it's already there. It's not like I go, Rick, what? Just looking at that fellow over there, were you? Yeah, I was. Yeah. I was thinking it looks a bit weird. Oh, so was I. I don't think out whole sentences.
Whereas you have Carl, stop listening to the Kinks for a minute. Look over there. More cross-eyed people.
No, well, that's
Is that how your mind works?
In a way, yeah. And
Brilliant.
that's when because I
That
thought
explains a lot.
It's great that he has to think of that whole sentences.
because I thought that's weird, isn't it? Right, I didn't think that's weird, isn't it? And I thought I actually think in my accent. And then I thought, does Stephen Hawking, does he, when he's doing his maths and that, is he? I don't know where he's from, so I don't know what his accent would be like.
I think he's from Kent or Cambridge or Oxford. Or something like
Right,
that.
so
So you think he might think in his
voice, in that voice,
the
box
computerised
thing.
voice?
Just wondered.
Had lunch inside today due to shite weather. Sat next to an old fella. Old men's ears and noses carry on growing as they get older. Suzanne noticed his fingers were fat too. Maybe they continue to grow. Suzanne didn't laugh when I said her arse had the same problem. Day 3, cloudy start to the day. Had pie and chips in a cafe. Had a bit of an argument with Suzanne because I thought it was daft that we were paying for food when we were on an all-inclusive holiday. Changed my mind when I saw they sold pie though. The cafe was called Tattoos. The fellow who owned it didn't have any tattoos. But we never saw his wife.
Oh, brilliant.
Had a drink in a bar. Everyone sat and watched one of the local cats lick its bollocks.
It's the greatest holiday in the world. That's the entertainment in that town.
Went back to the hotel and had a sleep before tea. I love the fact you're moaning about old people, but you're just as bad.
You've done nothing nothing so far.
He said nothing, he's got a big hip. Woke up to news about ducks being badly treated. There was a really ugly one with bent legs.
I'm gonna die. Why does he write this down? Oh, God. Oh.
There is a fat bloke from Bolton who is in the pool as I write this. He's got a big tattoo on his back, but I can't work out what it is. ... He just got out of the pool and burped. You just felt like you had to keep us abreast of that.
Everything's in the diary. I just seen it get to the point where you're going, breathed in,
Yeah.
breathed out again.
There was a big fat fella in the sea who kept his t-shirt on. If you're big and fat, is there more chance of you getting burnt because there's more of you on show? I asked Suzanne and she said she didn't know in that sort of not listening kind of way. I wanted to hang about to see if the fat bloke was going to get in the kayak, but Suzanne said we had to head back. Just let him wait in to see if he's going to capsize. We go home today, so we got up early to get the last bit of cloud.
No, it's just that it wasn't. It's not that sunny all the time. I mean, I was sat in weather that if it was like that here, there's no way to be sat in the garden.
Yeah.
But because you're on holiday, it's like, well, we got to sit in it. Put your coat on.
So are you going to continue to write this diary? Every single day?
It's amazing. Keep this diary up. It's amazing.
No, I will keep it up, because what I find as well is, I think earlier on before I went away, I think I did learn something, and because I wrote it down, I remembered it a bit better. So
What was that?
I just was thinking then, I forgot it now, but but I remembered looking back at it and not having to read it all, because I remembered the end of it before I read it, if you know what I mean.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Radiohead, they're there. Like everything they ever do, that's grown on me more and more. That is brilliant. XFM 104.9, Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Karl Pilkington. Well, you know what it's time for, don't you? Oh, chimpanzee that monkey news.
It always gets me, that jingle. It's a joy. Once more, please.
Well, Carl, do you reckon you could sort out, do other people that have real jingles with their name on it and don't have to say who's in the room, what's happening, and do their own jingles?
Well, Christian's got one for it. For Monkey News, that he does.
Why is Christian doing Monkey News? I don't understand this.
Because he did it ages ago.
So you ripped it off of Christian?
I haven't ripped it off. I said to him, I said, there's enough Monkey News to go round. Right?
But hold on, though, I don't want cast-offs. I thought this was your idea.
Well, let's not do it. But what's
No, but
new?
wait,
What's new?
What?
There's Monkey News out there. I mean, if he wants to have a meeting in the week and say, well, this is the news I've got, the way I see it is, he can do it in the week. He's doing, like, the news at 10 type Monkey News. We're on a Saturday. We're like the, Jeremy Paxman Monkey News night. We look at stuff more in depth.
Well, you can very much get behind the Monkey News, it's true.
Yeah.
You sort of interpret it. You give it your own spin.
You're the man behind the monkey behind the news. I mean, I know that.
Yeah.
But ours isn't called Monkey News anyway. It's sort of generic term like the news, but ours is called Chimpanzee That, isn't it?
Yeah, but he's seen a bit of Monkey News in it. So are we doing it or not?
Well, I've got no reason to stop doing Monkey News.
He probably played Radiohead as well.
Well,
Should we not do that?
I said that David Attenborough did Monkey News before all of us. Do you know what I mean?
But I personally don't listen to Christian because I don't get up that early. So, I'm missing out on a lot of Monkey News.
I'm
not saying I don't listen to it because I don't get up that early. I'm not saying it's a bad show. My point is this. There's a lot of people I imagine who don't listen to Monkey News in the week. Perhaps they miss it or they're busy. It's nice to have a little kind of omnibus Monkey News at the weekend with Karl Pilkington. So that's what this is.
So we're doing it then.
Let's play the jingle.
Oh, Chimpanzee That Monkey News night.
Excellent. Good. So we'll sort of get some monkey experts on maybe next week to dissect it.
Right. You ready?
Yeah.
Right. There's this monkey. Right?
Oh, yeah.
It's called Jack.
Yeah.
Right. I got pally with this bloke who worked in a railway station.
How? Pen pals?
I don't know, I didn't say all that. I'm just telling you. I'm not sure.
Chat rooms on the internet.
So, anyway, he's helping him out all the time. It's this fella's job, right, to, sort of make sure it's safe for the trains to come in, that sort of thing, right? But he's always working on his own, so he's got his mate Jack in with him, right? This little monkey.
Yeah.
And, they're having a good time. They share lunch together and stuff like that. Anyway, it gets to the point when the fella whose job it is, right, starts getting old, and Jack, the monkey, starts getting more involved.
Presumably this is a chimpanzee as opposed to a monkey, you mean? When you say monkey, it's generic term, you mean chimps usually, don't you?
Yeah.
Go on then.
So, you know, he's clocking the fella doing his job, and he's thinking, I can do this, right, the monkey.
I'd love it.
Yeah. He's helping out, he's pulling down the levers and stuff, so the train's sort of coming on the right line.
Sure, yeah.
He's clocking it, he sticks his head out the little window, see the train's coming and that.
I hope British Rand are listening.
Yeah.
Right? In the end,
Oh, yeah.
the fella whose job it is, he lost a leg for some reason, couldn't work anymore,
Lovely.
gave Jack the job.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
The railway company are happy with that. I'm sure they interviewed a number of people, but he was the best monkey for the job.
And that's good, isn't it?
Well, it's not true.
Right? Once again.
Well, it's not true. Don't hand Steve a piece of paper that someone put on the internet who is probably a bigger mentalist than you. That's not proof. It's not true. At no point did a railway company give a chimpanzee the job of signalman.
It was ages ago.
What?
Steve, when was it? It was
Before trains, probably.
Well, it's in the 1880s.
Yeah.
According to this piece of paper, which is what you've based your monkey news on. Now, of course, I think ITN and a lot of the news channels, they tend to get lots of independent confirmation of their news before they give it out as fact. But you've got an email from someone, so let's assume that's real. It says, for this, Jack was officially put on the railway payroll, earning 2 cents per day and have half a bottle of beer on Saturday. That's what we pay you, isn't it, Carl?
He doesn't even get the beer. Oh, dear, he's not allowed to drink, are you?
Someone emailed in, actually, and said, Carl, some years ago, did you die? And they took your face and transplanted it onto that of a chimpanzee. It would make a lot of sense.
I've never seen you. He always has t-shirts right done up and long sleeve. I bet he's hairy under there.
Yeah.
I bet you are hairy because you have to shave right up to your eyes. You're one of them, aren't you? And I can see the growth, and it comes out the top there. Are you really hairy underneath?
Pretty hairy.
Are you really?
Well, what's up with that?
You're a humanzee, aren't you? That's why you're fascinated with them, and why your IQ is sort of about 80. I think you might be. You might not, I don't mean there was any. I think it was a genetic sort of throwback.
Well, you're pretty hairy. Look at your arms.
What? Just look, give me that banana and shut up. Play a record. That's mine. During breaks. Average Man on XFM 104.9. Well, nearly another show over, Carl. You know, I've got a squeaky chair there. Why don't you sort that out? Have it oiled. What do you do in the week? Do you know what I mean?
Can I just nominate a woman that annoyed me today?
Go on.
On the tube. I got off at Piccadilly Circus. The sign says mind the gap. Big sign saying mind the gap. Voice on the tannoy says mind the gap. Woman steps over the gap, goes, oh, that's dangerous. I was livid. I was just annoyed. I wanted to slap her. There's always one in there every day. Just, so as you walk down the street, I just feel like I want to squat certain people out the way. Swat them out the way.
We went into this little restaurant me and Carl. Was it Thursday? And we're sitting down there, and it's busy outside, and we were going to sit at the back. She went, that's no smoking. I went, yeah, we're not going to smoke. So we sit there right at the back, right? We get there, and there's two women, right? And I'm sitting there, and they light up a fag. And I go to Carl, there meant to be no smoking. He went, yeah, so what? I went, well, it's the principle. The rules are there. He goes, rules? You say twat, muff, and shit on air. Never mind rules. I went, well, they've annoyed me now, right? Yeah. So the waitress comes over, and he goes, oh, God, he puts his head down. I said, I don't know why I said it like this. I went, I thought it was just no smoking.
Of course.
Right? Yeah. She went, it is, yeah. And I went, right, okay, well, they're smoking. She went, well, you'll have to move then. I went, what? She went, do you want to smoke? I said, no, I don't want to smoke. I said, they're smoking over there, right? Try not to, and she went, oh, well, I told you. I said, no, I don't want to smoke. They're smoking. She went, oh, right, and I got to move, didn't I? See, that's what a little snitch.
Yeah.
But it annoyed me.
Do you worry, though, that someone's going to look around and go, it's like Ricky Gervais off the telly?
Yeah, well, I can't complain now. I said, if I go in, I get bad service, I can't complain, because I think, oh, look at him, he thinks he can complain. So I have to do it, secretly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But, there was, oh, God. Right. People come up to me, they recognise me, and they give a lot of us, and I don't mind it at all. I never know what to say, and I'm always, I say, thank you very much, I say, love the show, whatever, I say, of course, and that's great, and they're polite. And I was in the pub the other day, and I was just with Johnny, and, people had been coming up, they go, do you mind if I said, no worries at all, yeah, that's absolutely fine, right? And, And then this group came in, about 20 somethings, right? And they're a bit pissed up. And this woman comes up to me, right? And she stands there, she goes, right, we like you in our house, right? But you're not as good as Paul Calf. And I went, oh yeah, Steve Coogan. I said, he's brilliant, isn't he? She went, yeah, you're not as good as him. I went, oh, well, you know, it's not bad to come second to, is it? And then, because I did that, she went, no, you're great. I've just done my dissertation. I went, oh, right, well, it's in nursing. She went, yeah. She went, right. Anyway, she went, can I have a hug? And I went, well, she went, can I have a kiss? I went, well, not really. No. And then this woman wanted to take a photo. She went, oh, you were so nice on the BAFTAs. I went, well, I am being nice. I'd rather, I don't know you. And I was like, oh, God, it was embarrassing, right? And then, so I took a picture, right? And then she goes, anyway, and they sort of dragged her away. The mate sort of dragged her away. And then, I was going, oh, God, I've got to go now, because they're over there. I said, I can't stand it. I don't mind. And, she came over and she went, Ricky, and she sat down, and I went, I'm going. And I had to go. And then I was with Johnny, and Johnny went, oh, God, I've left my bag there. So he had to go back and go, but she's going through the bag.
Oh.
She went to me, you bastard! I'll never effing watch you again. I thought, well, alright. I don't know what to say, really.
Nice of her to clean up her bad language.
Yeah. Well, she
Family
knew.
pub.
I know, she knew.
I got no time for it. I just think it's
I know.
out of order. You know, I mean, this whole sort of notion that if you're a celebrity, you're public property. I just how I discount it. They go, people, you know, what you hear people say, oh, it's me who put you where you are today. And I think, well, yeah. Thanks for watching, but we made the show and everything.
I know.
We put it on the TV. It's not like, if you get a plumber round, he does his job and work for you. You don't go around his house and hassle him
it's not, I don't seek it. I don't, you know what I mean? I don't phone up the, but you know what I mean? I don't try and get on the telly and everything, and I refuse to, I don't go to showbiz parties, but I refuse not to go to the pub with my mate, and I just seek out, there's fewer and fewer pubs, and I just go to the quietest, you know, one old bloke and a dog, and it's sort of like...
But most people are really...
I love it, honestly, people who come out and they're polite, and I chat, like, say, I love the show.
It's like...
It's alcohol, yeah, I know, it's just, oh, God.
They mutate into something, you know,
and they just, they don't understand, of course they don't. You know, they're not.
But to me, it's the same people who behave badly in the cinema. It's just this breed of person. It just. I mean,
I know.
Can I put that in room 101?
Let's do that next week, shall we?
What, are we all having a moan?
Yeah, go on.
Tell you who's annoyed me this week.
Go on.
If we're making it a little feature.
Go on.
David Blunkett.
What's Blunkett been up to?
He's reading yesterday.
His dog's not been around your house again.
No.
Causing trouble outside.
He's put a stop to people having sex outdoors.
What's up with that?
If he had sight, would he have stopped it?
See you next week.
I thought we were not trying to offend anyone.